What is up, YouTube? So we have the new Azeron. It just came in. Literally, I got out of work a little early today and I was just chilling, sitting here, but I still got to go back to work in like an hour or so. It is what it is. I got to go back to work in like an hour and a half. So I was sitting here and the Azeron was dropped off on my door. So I thought I would do the unboxing right now. First impressions of the brand new Azeron that I got. I made sure that it looks completely different than my other two Azeron that I have sitting here because, you know, I've had the black body on the first one and the second one, and then I changed the colors on the second one. But there's like, so the next upgrade with a similar color scheme. So let's get this out of here. Open up this box. I actually ordered this on, what's today? I ordered this exactly like a month ago. I ordered it on the 9th. I ordered it on the 9th of October. It is, or excuse me, the 9th of November? Yeah, the 9th of November. I ordered it September 9th and I got it October 7th. I don't know what the dates were doing in my head. It's here now on the 7th of October. Ugh. Okay. I don't know whether, well, I guess this is the default. This was the default color for the Cyborg 2. So that's like, this one has like a gray body or whatever. So here's the little pamphlet they give you. Okay. So let's get this out of the box. Oh God, I pulled the I pulled the handle off. Let me just, sure, you know what I'm saying in there. Okay. New Azeron box here. I ruined the box by pulling the by pulling the thing off. Made in Latvia with love. That's where Latvia is. I never knew where exactly Latvia was. There's some stuff like wiggling around in there, but that's where Azeron is made, right there in Latvia. There's some crazy hours behind us or in front of us. I don't remember. Oh, in front of us, I believe. They're the crazy hours in front of us, ahead of us. All right. Okay, yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Good. I would be devastated if I wasn't recording sound. I'll be kind of mad. Okay, so we got the little box of goodies on top. There's these are I got black ones. Usually I get the little colorful ones, the little finger pads or whatever, the grips. I usually get the colorful ones. I got the colorful ones for the last two. So I was like, I'll do something different. I'll just get the black ones. Okay, and first new thing I see in here is the USB-C cord. This is what we're working with now, USB-C. So it's gonna be easier for you to find a good, or find a a cord for it, because usually, like, I bought like 4 cords just to have backups for in case my cord messed up, because my cord did mess up with one of the ones that I had before. And I thought that there was something wrong with the Azeron, but it wasn't. It was literally the cord. The cord was going bad and it wouldn't connect to the computer. And I did that through trial and error of plugging it into one, and I was like, oh, maybe let me try using it with my other Azeron, because I know my other Azeron works on my other computer. So I plugged it in with that cord with the other Azeron on my other computer, and it wouldn't connect to that one either. So I was like, okay, but I know it works with the other cord. So that's how I figured that out. Okay, so translation. Basically, I thought my Azeron was broken, but I had a bad cord. I took the bad cord, plugged it into my other Azeron, that also didn't work. Then I took a good cord, plugged it into the one that I thought was broken, and it connected correctly. Troubleshooting. Kind of, trial and error stuff. There's some screws in here if you need to replace screws. Little baggies of of screws. There's I have my third Azeron screwdriver, and the little the elite. These are the elite thumbsticks. I've got the elite thumbsticks on this one too, and yeah. So we could put that. I think we could put that away. I know I have another Azeron screwdriver sitting around here somewhere. Yep, right here. Created with passion. Okay, now let's see. Ooh, the white body looks nice. The white body looks nice. Oh, wait, there's a screw here. Oh, the screw probably goes. Where is this? The screw probably goes in here. There's something loose. Hold on. I mean, they're all probably loose a little bit, but let me see. So let's get this out. Let's get this out. Get this out of here. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move. So I'm gonna move this out. This is the thumb. This is the thumbstick here. This goes out here like I have it on this one. This goes out this way. Okay. I'm gonna tighten that. The thing that is loose here is, oh, this screw down here. So this screw tightens so that you can move this back and forth, and slide it back and forth where you want it. So I'm gonna tighten that down. I think that screw. Where did I put that? Oh, the screw's still here. Drop the screw. There we go. Yeah, this screw I believe goes in here. I think I can see where it goes. Oh, I see where it goes. I see. Where did it? Oh, and I did dump this upside down, so that's how it probably got on top. Let's see. Where's the hole? Let me use this. Yes, this is a tinkering thing. You know what I mean? So you will be if you are not a tinkerer, I do not think Azeron is for you. Because a lot of people see the Azeron and they're like, oh my god, that thing is so complicated. I think there's a little metal piece that's supposed to go in here. Let me loosen this. Sometimes there's a little metal piece that's supposed to go in here. This can get loosened, and I'm gonna take this out. So I can see exactly where. Yeah, so there's a little metal piece that goes in here that holds. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see. I'll probably show you better here. Yeah, so right here, you see this little metal piece right here? That's what holds the screw in the bottom. And this one fell out because the screw fell out. So usually they have more pieces in here. Where's the little box of goodies? Where did I put it? Let me see if there's another one. I might, if I don't have another one in here, I might have another one in my other. Oh, there's one. I see it. Yeah. Instead of looking for the other one, this is why they give you extra little pieces in case something goes wrong and one of the pieces gets lost. So I might have dropped it out of the box. I have no idea. So yeah, it's this little piece right here. This little thing that's gonna slide right into there. Let me see. I thought I was screwing this into something, but I wasn't really. It didn't tighten really. You pull this out. Okay, let me. My bad. Let me put this back on the desk cam so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, this little piece right here. I'm gonna see if I can slot this in here. that goes in there. And then this screw, yep, it's right, it's lined up. And then this screw goes in here. Now normally this won't be this way. If you get yours and like a screw falls out or something, it's probably just, you know, due to shipping or whatever. So before I tighten that too much, I'm going to, you know, spread these out. Let me loosen these. Oh, let me not lose screws here. I don't think I need that screw. That screw came out of the bag, but let me loosen this screw here. Loosen these. I mean, I did a setup video on my other one, but, you know, unboxing setup so you can see exactly how, you know, things go. So you loosen them all up, and then you're going, I gotta loosen those too. You're gonna loosen these screws, and then you're going to loosen, where did I just put them? Oh, it's right here in my face. So then you're gonna also loosen the second screw back. This second screw back here. This second screw back here will loosen up the tension on this ball joint. They still, I feel like, I mean, this whole thing is 3D printed. That's one of the issues that I had, was the ball joint. But the reason why I had an issue was because I didn't loosen these before I would move them. And over time, if you keep moving them without loosening these first, it's going to wear that down, because both of these things are plastic. I've said that in one of my other videos before. But for, you know, new people and people that are getting a Cyborg 2 for the first time, that's, you know, make sure that when you want to adjust the things on here, to loosen the screws first before you adjust them, right? So we're going to loosen those screws real quick. So that we can move these without, you know, causing too much of a problem, because we want to lean these up. So you want to spread these out and get them to where they're going to be comfortable for you, right? So you're going to sit these here, boom, boom. You're going to find out how far you have to lean these back for your fingers to be like kind of like touching them, or whatever's comfortable for you. But you're going to lean them back to so that your fingers can reach them without having to actually reach for them. You want them to be like touching your fingers at least like lightly, so that when you have your hand resting on the palm rest, that your fingers can kind of like hang out like right here, right? So most of the pressure is going to be on your palm, right? When you're using the Azeron. So make sure you lean them back just far enough for your fingertips to touch them. So when you go to press, you just have to, you know, just move your finger a little bit and you'll be able to press them. Same thing with these. Now this is the Cyborg 2. So this one has the new buttons, right? These new scorpion tail buttons. Now in the first Cyborg, right? The first Cyborg, which I can like literally just show you right here, right? So the first Cyborg, when I would have my hand in here and you have to reach up and press these buttons, it's easy to reach up and press them, right? But like it for me, it just never feels good, because I want to hit the button with the front part of my hand, like finger, like on here, I can hit the button, sorry. On here, I can hit the button with the like middle part of my like knuckle right here, right? This part of my finger. I can just do this without, but on here, when I go to press this button, I have to press it with my fingernail, right? So sometimes I kick this button by accident before going up to this button. And then like you can adjust this and move this forward, but then you have to reach up and press it like a, you know, I don't know. It felt awkward for me to use. So I never really used these 4 buttons at all. Which is why I wanted the compact. I found out that I wanted the compact after I got my first Cyborg. But with the compact, it has the short, you know, buttons on top. And even though I do have to reach up and press the button, I don't really bump this button at all when I go to reach for this button. I just, you know, boom. And I put these things I put on like menus or like map or like any menu that you're not going to be pulling up while you're running around, right? So I can just, you know, reach up, bang, smack it, pull this up. Oh, what's my quests? Hit the quest button. What's my map? Hit the map button. You know, what's my, and then like my player. Also, I use this for menus too. So, yeah, something else that I've been wary about the cyborgs, not only the ball joints, but in seeing this one, I was like, oh well, you know, I might as well just super glue them, because I glued these ball joints because on the first one I messed up the ball joints by moving them too much. So I just jumped ahead of the curve and I just made it so that they won't move ever, because I don't ever want them to move ever. Once you have it set up and you have it good and you don't want those ball joints to move, I set them up so they don't move. I didn't glue all of them. I actually thought I just didn't glue all of them. I didn't glue the last two. I'm probably gonna glue the last two because this one is starting to get a little. This one right here is starting to get a little loose, because like sometimes I press down a little bit hard, and like you're in a heated moment or whatever. You press it down a little too hard, you push it, it moves. So you don't want to do that. So I'm probably gonna glue that joint. This one is gonna get retired. This one right here is gonna get retired, put in the closet. And this one I use for video editing on my other computer when I do video edit on my other computer. But this one will move over to video editing for my second computer, and this one is probably going to move over to main Cyborg, main Azeron, since this is my brand newest one. But yeah, okay, so what are we doing here? Yeah, we're moving these, boom, boom, spreading them out so you can see exactly where you want them. Make sure your hand is sitting on this palm rest so that you can feel where your fingers are, so that you can adjust these. Make sure your fingertips are resting on them. Make sure they feel comfortable when you're pressing them. Try all the buttons. Oh, that's a lot better. This one can move out a little bit. The pink one is still a little weird for me. Like my pinky, it's just, I think that's my pinky's fault. Like I just don't like using my pinky to do that. But the other ones, like reaching up to bump those, feel a whole lot better, man. I'm telling you, that's a lot better than the other buttons, and the buttons actuate in the opposite direction like they do on the first one. This is so much better, so much better. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also added my name. I also added my name to this one. My name is gonna go on anyone I get from now on. Like it's an extra charge. I think it's like a $15 charge, but my name's always gonna go on the side of my Azeron. Always. Okay, okay. So let me get back to this. Okay. So this feels good, right? So it's gonna be a little tricky, right? So like this is how I'm gonna do it, right? So this is where I want them to stay, and I'm gonna use my fingers, right? I'm just gonna use my fingers for the first three to try to like hold them in place. It's kind of tricky. Or what you can do is you can tighten these just a little bit so that they don't move, or like when you turn it to the side. So I'm gonna just tighten this a tiny bit, just so that it's just it's just tight enough so they don't move, right? But you can still adjust them. Like you don't want to tighten them, so that you can adjust them. And then you should be able to hold them a little bit, right? Wrong button, wrong one. This one. Oops, move that one a little bit. Yeah, you want to tighten them just enough so that they don't move. I didn't tighten them enough actually. So yeah, let me put this up. Okay, because I always have my armrest at full height here. But yeah, I keep forgetting to switch back to my regular camera. So let me show you what I was talking about. So yeah, so here what I'm saying is you want to make sure these are like just tight enough so that when you flip this over, it doesn't move once you get them in place, so that you can still like kind of adjust them a little bit, and then when you're ready to tighten them, you just flip it over, whoops, and to tighten these. Okay, whoops, should be good. Then we also want to tighten the joints, tighten the ball joints. My bad. You know what? This screw is not the ball joint one. So I just moved them and did what I wasn't supposed to do. There's another screw that's deeper down in here in between these two screws. And that's the ball joint one. But I think they're already loosened. They're already loosened. So just tighten them when you get them where you want them. Just tighten them down. Don't tighten them like too much, because you don't want to like crack the plastic. You know what I mean? So tighten those down. That's solid. So now I'm going to come over here to the thumb module, this one, and we're going to adjust the thumb module. So I want to slide this up. I want to slide the thumb module forward. So I'm going to loosen these a little. I'm going to slide this thumb module forward. And then I have to loosen that to lift it higher, actually. So we're going to loosen this top one here. This top screw. You can't see that. It's black. This top screw. Loosen that top screw for that ball joint, so that we can move this up and into position that you want it to be. Same thing with this one. Don't loosen it too much so that when you move it, it'll stay in place, but not too tight that you're going to be wearing the ball joint grooves down when you move it. So like about, oh, that's cool. Like having that extra button there is cool. I like that. So I think I want it to be like, I think right here is pretty good. Adjust it a little bit more. Make sure it's really locked in. Yeah, this one is a little, I got this one a little further out. This one feels a little more comfortable the way I had this one. This one I have a little more tilted backwards, right? This one is a little more tilted forwards, but I need this to rotate back actually. Okay, so I'm gonna have this here. I'm gonna tighten this down. So that stays there. And then I'm going to loosen this back part here. There's this screw right here. This is what you loosen so that you can rotate this little module around. Loosen that a bit. And I want to rotate this back. So like this was here, I want to rotate this back because I want to be able to reach this button like easily. So like if this is sitting here, I do this, I'm moving around, reach up and just grab this and be able to pull back on that, right? That's how I like that button. Okay. I'm gonna tighten this back down. That feels good. I'm gonna hold this in place. Can I slide? Yeah. I can slide this in. I can slide this whole thumb module because I feel like I'm reaching really far back to reach these. So like I don't like literally your hand should feel like you barely have to move your fingers to hit buttons. Like you don't want to feel any strain in your fingers. Like if you feel like you have to reach for something, then the button is probably too far away from your finger. So like for this, like it's not like hurting my finger to do this, right? It's not hurting to do that, but I can tell that like there's way more space in between here than I would like. So I'm gonna move that in. So first of all, let me do the bottom portion. So this bottom part, it has like a hinge screw right here, and then it has this screw with three settings on it. Where's screw? There you go. So I think I want it to be set. I think I want it to be set in the third one. I think the third one. How do I have it set on here? Yeah, I have it set on the third one on there. Yeah, that feels good. That feels solid. I'm going to tighten both of these screws now. And now this one, this is the screw to move the thumb module forward, right? So let me see, let's see where I want to put this. That's cool to have two buttons here. I like this because now I'm thinking about what am I gonna put right there, because I definitely would like to have two buttons there sometimes, and sometimes I want a more important button here, but I usually don't. Like with Throne in Liberty, I have a what is it? It to change your camera, so you can change your camera from action to classic, and I have that on this button, so I can freely switch between my cameras very easily. So that feels like a pretty good spot for this to be. I could rotate this forward a little bit. I'm gonna move that. So this looks solid. Put it right there. And then I'm gonna loosen this one a bit, and I'm gonna move this one forward a little bit, I think. No. Yeah, that's pretty good. This one is a little bit more different because I'm used to hitting this button and only being the only button there. This one feels pretty good. This one feels pretty good. I just have to get used to it being there. I'm gonna tighten this back down. Make sure all of your screws are tightened. These are good. Tighten all of them down. Everything feels pretty solid. So like if you with the large hand or the small hand, like if you buy one of these and it says, do you have a small hand or a large hand? They usually just set it to whatever. So like if you say you have a large hand, they'll push these things all the way out, like these. They slide like all the way out to on this rail. And if you have small hands, they'll probably just move this in all the way. So then if you have somewhere in the middle, then you're just going to be like loosening this and sliding these in somewhere in the middle where it's comfortable for you, right? I think that's pretty much it. And also, so other new things. The other new things about the Azeron, the Cyborg 2, is that the joystick is a Hall effect joystick. So you should never get stick drift anymore because it's not a potentiometer. It's a Hall effect joystick. I've never gotten any stick drift on mine. What I thought was stick drift on one of my first ones, I think it was the first one that I had. I thought I had stick drift, but it was because I had like done a repair to the first Azeron I had. When I put the motherboard or the little board back in, I severed one of the wires, and it was like severed to the point where it's like if it would still be able to touch, and sometimes it was working a little bit, sometimes it wasn't. And when I opened it up and saw that I severed the wire, I was like, oh, this is the problem why I couldn't calibrate it because it wasn't reading one of the axes correctly. because I messed up that wire. So I just stripped the wire, and then I put it back in the board, and then screwed it back down, and then put it all back together, made sure I didn't sever any wires, and everything was good. So I have never gotten any stick drift, and I use this thing every day. So I mean, I'm not saying that nobody else will get stick drift, because it happens. The different people, if you're a little bit more rough with it, maybe, or if it's like a little more a dusty environment and dust gets down in there, that could be it. But I haven't gotten any stick drift with the first one. Even to this day, I don't. This one is the Elite stick. This one I think is still a potentiometer, but still no stick drift with this one. I use this one all the time, every day, every game. And now I have this one, and this is the Hall Effect joystick. This one has a button where it's like a click button instead of a in or out button. Like this one has, you click it in and then you press it and it clicks out. So you have two profiles on that one. This one is the same way. This one clicks in and clicks out. This one was kind of failing on me a little bit. Like sometimes I would click it and it wouldn't change, and I would click it again and it would change. This one was kind of failing on me. This one hasn't failed on me yet. But I also don't really use the profile switch option like that. I usually have the software open, so I usually don't really have to push this button ever. But if you have profiles saved on here, those are your profile 1 and then profile 2. So on here, apparently it has 3 profiles. There are 3 lights. So there's 3 profiles, and this one is just click, click, click. There's no in or out. So it's click, click, click to change the profile. I think that's about it. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, we already went over that actually. USB-C. So I did want to check and see if the USB-C port was like inset into the Azeron like it is on here, because if it is, then it would make it a proprietary like kind of plug when it's not really a proprietary plug, because like in order for you to get a new cord for like a micro USB, or excuse me, mini USB, I think this is mini. I don't want to unplug this because my computer is stupid and it won't recognize it if I plug it back in. Same thing happens with my keyboard. For some reason, I can't figure it out, so I just never unplug my keyboards. I don't know why it does it, but when it's inset into here like this, you have to make sure that the cord that you get fits in there. And if it doesn't, I think most of them do, but if you get like some weird cord or whatever and it has a different shape than this, when you try to put it in there, you won't be able to get it in there to use it. So this one has a USB-C port on it that is not inset, so you can you don't have to. It's kind of blurry, but let me see. Can I? No, my ceiling. I double that, not that camera. Okay. So I was trying to get it to focus and I double tapped it, but that's the USB-C. It's not inset, so you can get any USB-C and just plug it into there and you should be good. Refocus. Okay. So I mean, first impressions of it, it's solid. It's solid, just like the other ones, are. And it's something that you definitely have to make sure you take care of, because it is 3D printed, but it's a solid build. I don't know about the palm rest. The palm rest looks like it's not 3D printed. I don't think the palm rests are 3D printed. So like it doesn't feel on your hands, it doesn't feel like a 3D print thing, because the palm rest doesn't feel like it's 3D printed. But everything else, you can see that it's 3D printed. But some people don't like that. I don't have a problem with it on here because the Azeron is a solid product. It's the 3D prints just hold the buttons, and I'm not really like staring at the thing the whole time. The only, you look down at it. I put it on my stream. It looks cool, and that's just about it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put these on it later. I don't really feel like I need them, and usually I end up taking some of them off anyway. But this one looks pretty good, pretty clean. Maybe I'll put some of them on, but I'm too lazy. I don't feel like it. This one, these have the new buttons, the new grips for the new buttons. I might put those on there maybe, because then, you know, I don't know. I don't think it needs it. I'll put them on later just because I paid for them, you know. Anything else? Is there anything else? I would plug it in and just like unplug this one and plug it in, but I have to get down behind my computer because I need to use a USB-C cable now. So I got to get down there and unplug the other cable and plug this one in. The only downside for me for the USB-C cable right now would be that if for whatever reason I wanted to, I guess, plug the other one into the other computer, like, you know, I just can't take the one plug out of the one and stick it in the other. Yeah, but I don't need to do that because I don't do that anyway. But that would probably be the one downside, is that the two cyborgs that I have that I'm using have two different plugs. But that's a nitpick. That's nothing. But yeah, that's it. I guess if you want to see me use it, be sure to come to my streams. I'll be playing Throne and Liberty. You probably see it up here in the corner. But yeah, I'll be playing Throne and Liberty, you know, all week, and probably this weekend I stream on, you know, I'll be streaming like 5 p.m. PST or something around that time, maybe a little later. Who knows? Whenever I usually get home, get settled, and I usually get on. I don't really have a solid stream schedule right now because not a whole lot of people come to watch Throne of Liberty, but more people are coming. And if you want to join the guild, let me know. Illuminati is the guild. You know, we're pretty chill. We're just trying to level the guild up. We got, you know, a couple people on level 50, a couple more people on their way to level 50, and then we're just, you know, working on gearing our stuff up. So anyway, if you're interested, watching the stream, that's when I'll be streaming. I'll be playing on the new Cyborg 2, and you'll get to see what I use these new buttons for. All right. Peace.